Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a quick little craft with me. I recently watched a video over by Heather at Rose Hill Cottage, and she just made these like what I call them messy, scrappy kind of staggered pockets using some beautiful digitals. I'm going to be making one for the Romance in Paris journal and one for our Christmas journal, our grungy Christmas journal. So this is the one, these are the ones that I did off camera. So you can see they are, they've got stuff in the pockets. So we've got some beautiful ephemera from the kit in the pocket. And then we've got these little pieces in the second pocket. This one only has 2 pockets. This one I think has 3. So this is a pocket here that's between that lace and this paper. And then one of the pockets is here between, oh, is that a third pocket? It is. No, it's not. It's just not sewed all the way up. So this one has 2 pockets. But I took some vintage paper. This is actually from the folder that Yvonne from Memory Journals by Yvonne sent me when she sent me my journal. And so I just finally tapped into that. I brought it over here next to my desk so I can begin using those papers. I really, really love them. So this music paper is from there, as well as this is just the top of one of the pages. And I just thought it was a great element. So I think on the ones we're going to do today, I am going to sew as well. So I did plug in my machine. I would obviously either need to glue this down or put something on the back. I just wrapped the papers around because some of them were pretty fragile. So that's the first one. And then this is the second one for the Romance in Paris journal. So again, some really beautiful ephemera just sticking in there. This one has 4 pockets and just a little bit of decoration there. Oh, on this one, this is actually ephemera from the kit. So this is their little hearts, and I just thought they were so cute. So that was really fun. So again, this one has a pocket up here. And this pocket is bottomless. And then it's got a pocket here, a little bit narrower. Oh, here. Yeah, so it's got several pockets anyway. Yeah, so here, 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 and here. So yeah, super fun. This one, I believe, is also from, I can't remember. No, I think this is from a kit. But we've just got these beautiful images. This one I did go ahead and back. So that is that. So I've got my tear ruler and my straight ruler, just depending on what I'm working on. And so I just took a piece of cardstock. It's not very heavy. It's probably the equivalent of 60 pound or 65 pound, which is what I use when I do digitals. So we're going to use this as our base. It measures, let me grab my real ruler here. It measures 4 3/8 by 7. So you could have it be any size that you want, obviously. We are going to cut this one into a tag shape this time. So these are the papers that I chose, and a little bit of textile to just have a little bit of a scrappy time adding some beautiful pieces to this base. So you have to start from the top going down, because otherwise your pockets, I did it the opposite way, and I couldn't make any pockets because I was overlapping the places where I would have put a pocket. So I've got this piece of that beautiful, beautiful music paper. Oh my gosh. So, so cool. And then a bunch of bits from the kit. And so let's see where I want to start. So you want to decide what you want to have be at the top. I don't want to duplicate that one. So I think this one would be okay at the top, but it's a little bit long. So I think I'm going to go ahead and tear that down, just using my tear ruler here. Tearing it in height. Sorry guys, that wasn't clear about that. I am going to lose some of this wood bit, but we might introduce that back in somewhere else because I really like that really grungy look. I'm going to grunge this journal up, so we're going to have a play with some of that. So I am going to leave a little bit to wrap around. And so basically, I also want to have this edge be irregular as well. Sometimes it's not enough with the tear ruler, so we'll evaluate that as we go along. Sometimes I like it to be a little bit more than that. So I'm going to grab my little distress tool here. This is a little bit lighter paper. This is 32-pound paper that I'm working with. So you can actually kind of rough it up here, but you can also kind of give it a little bit of a tear here and there as well, like right there. And then we'll ink it up and you'll see what I mean. This is the kind of work that Yvonne does. I've been watching, I've been slow catching up to the beautiful stuff that she's doing. But I love her style. I love how she just kind of puts scrappy bits together and, you know, with embossed paper and such, which reminds me, I was doing some organizing in here and I haven't been using any of my embossed paper that I've got in this drawer. It's just utterly ridiculous. So let me just fish through here and see if anything pops out at me directly. Let's see what we've got. Something that will go with this Christmas. We've got this little bit that's not wide enough. And that's going the wrong direction. So I'm going to keep this drawer open in case I get an inkling to look some more in there and find something that will feel like it will go. All of that green paper is a little bit too narrow. We got a piece of that, but I don't think that's wide enough. It's not. Look at that. Cool, cool. Anyway, just some thoughts I'm having. So we're going to go ahead and put, you know what, we can't really make a tag shape out of this as I am thinking about this again. I'm going to reach for my white glue. Forgot to grab that. And I'm just going to turn this over and bend this around. I'm going to try to center it a little bit better. Okay. And when you wrap around, you also don't lose so much of your pocket. Although we are going to be stitching, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I am just gonna glue the back because this is going to be the first bit of pocket that we're gonna be enjoying here. So let me just put some glue on both of these edges. There we go. So that is our first pocket. So the second piece that we're going to have go here is going to be shorter. And it's going to continue the pocket. So we'll probably glue at the bottom of it. Oh, that's really pretty. But we need something to separate that, which I don't have a lot of choices here. This would be really pretty. Yeah, let's use that and then a little bit of the book page. So we don't need that much and I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off or tear it off here. And we'll probably put some book page there in the middle between these two. Separate it a little bit. Tear this edge off. Okay. And if you wanted your pockets to not be quite even, you can go kind of tear this a little bit more. And just tear it down a little bit more at an angle. It was really rough. Like so. Like that. Let's give that a try. You still have to put that book page in there though, so I don't want to get too eager. I don't like that white thin bit showing there. Okay. So we'll just get this ready. That's going to go there when we're ready. So let's get a bit of this book page. I may have to grab, let me see if there's a smaller scrap up here. I think there might be a bit more here. Just a moment. This was what was left over from what I was working on off camera. This is another piece from Sweet Yvonne. And I'm not typically a big fan of going sideways on things, but I'm going to do it because I really want to use this. So I really want to have a bit of her in this project. So we're just going to do that. And it's going, you know, sideways, but that's okay. And I am going to use, I'm going to tear it down a little bit so I don't waste some of it. So let's just kind of tear that in half-ish. Whoops. It was a little rough. Oops, run away, dauber. Oh, very fragile. Very fragile. She was so generous, you guys. Let me bring over that folder. She just stuffed this full. She asked me what I would like to have her send me with her journal that she made me, and this is what she sent me. It's just chock full of delicious paper, like absolutely stunning. She labeled everything. This is the French stuff. This is the Italian or Latin. This is a Dutch. Beautiful, beautiful book page there. And this is Swedish, Japanese, Greek, Spanish, and I'm not sure. This is just, it looks like this is French as well. Really, oh, it's really luscious, beautiful paper. But I am going to be very sparing with it, but I'm so grateful for it. So I thought I need to get it out of the storage drawer and bring it over here where I'm going to actually use it. So we're going to put that right there. And we're going to go ahead and just glue it on the edges too, because we don't want to lose that, I just want to be able to see as much of that script. We don't have as much to fold over on that edge, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue here. Very, very fragile. It's almost got like a fabric feel to it. It's very interesting. There we go. Just gently pull that up. It's not much to work with there, but that's okay. You can see how thin it is because the fabric or the glue is going right through it. So super cool. So this is going to make the bottom of our pocket though. So since this is thin paper, I'm not going to worry about taking that down too far. I'm going to go ahead and just use this about right there, and we're going to glue the bottom on this as well. So I'm going to just put some glue here just to get it in place. And I'm going to kind of go up high because I really want, I want to see that, but I don't want to take up all of my landscape for that paper. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Okay, and again, just fold that other bit around. A little bit of glue. I don't think I'm going to decorate these. We'll see how time goes. Maybe we'll decorate the Christmas one and not the blue one, the romance one, but we'll just have to see. I'm trying to make my videos a little bit shorter, so I participated in the Sugar Plum Stories collaboration, and a lot of the feedback that I got on the channel was that they appreciated the shorter video because, you know, everybody is always struggling with time, right? It's really, really hard to have time to do everything we want to do. Wouldn't that be delicious right there? Yes, and we are not going to wrap that around, but I'm going to cut it off. So let me grab my scissors. I do want to have some textile in here. So we're going to put that about right there. We can always trim off the edges when we're done. So I'm going to just cut about here. I'm going to have to grab my fabric pack here. I wasn't thinking about using the textiles today. I planned this a while ago, so. And yeah, I don't want it to go up above there, so I think we're just going to put it right here. So it's obviously not a pocket, so we're going to glue it all the way down. So I'm just going to make a mental note that I'm going down about here and here. Actually, I'll show you my little trick. I line this up off to the side like that, and then that gives me an idea where my glue lines need to be. And then, I don't want to put another piece of that because it's very thin, but I thought it would be fun to add these lights maybe at on the bottom piece. I love this. This one's so pretty, really dark, really dark. Yeah, I want to do that. So I think I'm just going to let this be the last pocket. So we've got one at the top. We've got two. That's a really narrow one. That wasn't supposed to be. I thought that was going to be deeper, but it's not. It's okay. We'll work with it. So I'm going to go ahead and just tear this a little bit, just to get a little bit of a rough tear. It's unnatural for me to tear the other way, guys, so I'm getting that white core, but I will work with it. Sometimes I like that because it gives a little bit of extra like grunginess. Sometimes I don't, and I'll just use my scissors to get rid of that thinner white core paper there. So, but I like that. That's working out just fine. And look at that. It's not quite big enough though. So, I think I'm going to come in with another piece of this at the very bottom. Okay. Let's do that. I try to tear away from me. Old habits die hard, you know. My nails are not always my friend in this process. Let's just make that good. Yeah, we'll put that there. But it'll be the last thing. So this is a pocket. So we want to go ahead and put that on first. And I thought it's this one. Like I thought I tore that off. Because I don't want too much of that lace showing. So that looks about right. So we're going to go ahead and just straighten that out. Turn that over. So repeating patterns, I talk about that a lot in my art. Repeating patterns are good because they give a lot of continuity to whatever you're working on. If you repeat things or you do things in threes or odd numbers, it's more pleasing to the person who's looking at it. It just looks aesthetically better. There's no rules about it, but it does follow to be true. So we're going to just ink that up, and oh my goodness. So I'm going to wait to actually sew this because I want to make sure that the glue is not too wet. So we're going to go ahead and do the Romance in Paris one, but look at that. That's so cool. I hope that we can, you know what, we're going to go ahead and pull the stuff down. I'm just going to make an executive decision because I'm the executive. Just a moment. I'm the executive in this establishment. So these are my project baskets. So I have one place in my studio where I keep all the digitals that I'm working on. This is my project basket. So I always have, when I start making ephemera, it goes in this basket. When it starts overflowing, I have to find a new place for it. But and then some things I want to incorporate into the journal. This is some mixed media paper we did together. And then I have a big bin of all of the cut up ephemera, the smaller ephemera. I'll try to find a place to set that stuff now. So this is the ephemera that I'm collecting some. So some of this is new and you haven't seen it yet. But let's see if we can find something that will work in this. This is all the new stuff. What I did is I was having trouble. I didn't have quite enough kind of journal card size images. So I went ahead and bought another kit and did like 4 to a page, so that's why there's so many. I'm not going to be using all those, but that's why there's so many. And then these are the littler bits that we'll tap into here in a moment. So let's see. I'm loving this. I think this one should go right there. Oh, and look at, but once we sew, it's not going to be so big. So it's about that much too tall. So I think we'll cut off a little bit at the bottom, and then we'll take another peek at it. See where we're at. Okay, and a little bit at the top. Not a very deep pocket. Now I could make this maybe on the Romance in Paris one. We'll make this first pocket really, really deep. So that looks to be, that was not a straight cut though. Oh goodness, Cara-Renee, hold on. Let me get my little guillotine because it fits on camera. That was not straight at all. Probably because I'm cutting with my, cutting by hand never goes well. I'm gonna even this edge up because in case that was crooked, which it looks like it might be. And then we need to cut off just a smidge off this other side. There we go. Set that over there. And I think I want to round the corners. And again, if this is just going to be a pocket, I don't have to worry about covering the back, but I might, just because sometimes if I glue this down, I might want to make another part of it a tuck spot. So let's continue. We need to hurry up here. We're already 24 minutes in. Isn't that a cool little card? I think it should be just the right size for one of these smaller pockets. Like, oh, look at that right there. Because these I think are too big unless we really take them down square, and I'm not sure that I want to do that. So I'm going to see if I've got other things in here. So I think we're going to be good with this one here. I might stick a couple more pieces in, but I don't want to keep you guys. And I'll put a little bit of a Christmas word or saying down here. And I don't really want to cover up those lights, so I probably won't do more. We'll probably put a whale tail punch on top of this. But that is our first one. Isn't that so pretty? I love these lights. Ah, they're my favorite. Oh, that ended up being a pocket. Interesting. Interesting. We can probably slide something in there. I'll find something that we can put in there, and that would be fun. Like just something like this or like this. Yeah, except it'll cover up the light. So we'll see. I'll have to ponder that off camera. So let me just put these things away so that we can go on. All right. So our second one is for the Paris journal, Romance in Paris. So we've got a varied bit of paper here. This is a kit that I picked up, which I think I linked in one of the last videos. So this is another piece of that paper from Yvonne. We're going to use another bit of some vintage paper and then this darker paper. So we're going to continue in like fashion. This one should be about the same size. Again, it doesn't matter. So that's, yeah, almost 4.5 by almost 7. So totally up to you what size you make them. So let's see what we want to have be at the top. The only thing, these are very mixed media-ish, and the only thing I don't like about them is they look kind of blurry, but you know, you got to work with what you got, right? And then this one's going a different direction, but I actually like that at the top instead of this other one. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to offset that lace. I don't necessarily want it to go straight across. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep this right on here so that I can take off with my tear ruler a bit of that paper. I don't need all of it. Okay. And then we don't need much on this side, so I'm just going to rough tear that. And I'm not going to make a really grungy top on this one because it's the very top piece, the pocket part. You could also do thumb notches. I don't want it to look like pockets, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to turn this over. So, and I really, really love this, but it definitely needs a separation there, and I actually think the blue is nice. So let's go ahead and come in with some of this sonnet paper. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, so fragile. So I'm going to tear it down, tear the top, and make it a little bit irregular. I think we're going to make this first pocket really long, so that we have some choices about what we put in it. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. I'm going to go ahead and leave leave a little bit more height to that, just because the paper is pretty fragile. So and then let's put a little piece of this lace here. And then we're going to do the bottom pocket here. So I'm going to just glue this down with my Fabri-Tac. Right about here. We are losing that music paper, but that's okay. I am a firm believer that if we hoard our beautiful things, we don't get to experience the joy of using beautiful things, because we're always waiting for a better day or a better opportunity or a better project or a better something, and then we don't use our stuff. And so I like to use my stuff. I'm just going to clip that off. There we go. That's very pretty. So I think I'd like to put this paper here. I need to rough that, or I need to get this not quite so perfect. And I don't want a lot of the blue. I just want that hint of it at the top. And as you practice doing this kind of thing, you'll figure out what you like. It will come to you. So I do want to go this way though, because I like this edge. So we're going to make this pocket end down here. So I'm going to go ahead and just tear off a little bit of that edge, put a little bit of glue on the back of this, just approximating the width there. And we're going to put that right there. Okay. It's different. It's very beautiful though. So, oh, we should have actually glued that whole thing because that's not a pocket. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, wait a minute. No. It's not what I want to do. Why didn't you tell me? Let's see if we can stop the madness here. Oh, that's unfortunate because I think that I just glued that pocket shut. Where's my metal ruler? Where did you go, metal ruler? It is, oh, there it is. Because I think that I just, nope, we're good. Okay, so that's good. So we're gonna I'm actually going to put a little piece of parchment in there so it doesn't glue shut as it sets. So I'm just going to take a piece of this and cut it and slip a piece of paper in there. Okay. I do have to kind of get it the width of the pocket though to be effective. So this is something you guys can do if you make a boo-boo. Okay, so that is what I wanted. I don't want that glued shut, but I did not ink this edge. Oh my goodness, what a crapshoot. But as I was saying, you know, as you guys, you know, practice playing this way, just let yourself go. Try not to think about rules and you know, things that you've done before or anything like that. Just play and have fun. So there's that in place. That pocket's open. So I feel like we need, I don't know what we want down here. I think I want some more of this paper. So we could potentially use some of this. There's a lot there at the bottom. And it's very, very thin. So I don't know that that's a good choice. Let's see what else I have over here. It's not the same tone. No rules, guys, but you do want something a little bit thicker because that music paper is very, very thin. Okay, I'm not liking this one as much as the last one we were working on, but that's okay. We could also, you know what, we could introduce some lace. Let's, we've already got that piece. Let's get a little bit more of that lace. Just a moment. This is the last of it. I've really, really enjoyed this lace, and I don't know where I found it, so I don't know if I ordered it off of Etsy, but it's almost gone. I just feel like we need something here to break up that space. Right there. That is it. So I'm just going to put some glue, some Fabri-Tac on here. Again, I'm not super thrilled with the blurriness of these images in this digital. It's beautiful mixed media work, but it's very, very blurry. I feel like I do want another piece of this at the bottom, so maybe I'll put a little piece of that here first before we continue on. Just even that much would be good, just right there. It's not even going to show, that upper edge is not going to show. Okay, so this is the tall pocket. It goes down to here. Then we've got this pocket that's really small, and then we've got this pocket that's not very deep either. So I glued that, and I shouldn't have glued that on the bottom. So we're gonna have 4 pockets. So I need to tear some of this off because it is too tall. So I'm just gonna wing it here. Take about 1/4 of an inch off or so. It has a little bit different look, I feel like, than the Christmas one, but different papers, they, you know, different images invoke different things for me. I don't know if it does for you, but I have to use papers that inspire me when I'm creating. Some inspire me more than others. So that is that. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. So let's just go ahead and ink up these edges. Give it a nice grungy look. Yeah, beautiful. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to grab the basket for this stuff. It's a little bit more developed because this project is a lot more prepared. So this is my project basket again. Ephemera, fussy cuts, words, different variety of laces that I'm using, and sari silk. This is the paper or the fabric for the cover. These are my signatures already selected. So I don't have to revise because I already have full page, signature page projects that we've done on camera. They'll have to substitute there. So let's see what we've got in here. I've got a ton of stuff. Oh my gosh, I've got so much stuff. So much stuff. Well, that might be pretty. That beautiful lady. And we've got that beautiful image. I like that. And I like that. And I like my man. Let's get a couple of him out. Let's get a couple of him out. I always print way too much ephemera. Hence, I've already run out of my pages for the month. Now I'm on borrowed time. I print a lot. Print a very, very, very much. Okay, I think we can take this parchment out. So that's our pocket, and then this is a pocket, and this is a pocket. So let's go ahead and play around. So I'll have to make one, I think, for the top pocket because it's pretty big, but we'll get a few little things in here in the other pockets just to give you an idea of what that's going to look like. I'll probably do something with this. I'm not completely sold on that image that I was playing with there, so we'll come back to that. I probably need to glue this down a little bit more so it doesn't roll up, but I will take care of that off camera. Just stick that in there. So pretty. And we've got this beautiful lady. She would probably be really pretty in the front pocket. And then we will be done. I always say it's going to be a short video, and we're already 45 minutes. And I don't know how much I'll be able to clip out, but we'll see. You can always speed me up if it's too long. Speed me up to 1.5 times the normal speed using the gears in YouTube. You can do that if you're doing it on a device or if you're using your television. So you have the same capability. That is gorgeous. We've got room to put one more in. Actually, I'll do this off camera. I'll see if I want to put more in those pockets, and I'll do something here with this front. But that is it, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you're inspired to just try something different. I love this layering of images and the separation of, your patterns with your neutrals. I think it's very interesting and very beautiful. So I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.